What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Shampoo Effect. With me, as always, is my friend Marshall Maxwell. How you doing this morning?
Doing good, doing good. Got a nice college football slate and a good chance for the Noles to get their first win. So,
Yeah, well, we need it, and this might be our only win of the season. So,
I agree with that.
I could really fucking use a W today. I made a huge mistake last night, and not that I like it was bad. I just got drunk, and then I decided to watch a pretty scary fucking show at 2 a.m. that if you've ever seen The Haunting of Hill House, or if you haven't watched it and you plan on watching it, which I highly recommend, don't do it alone in the middle of the night while you're drunk, because you will not sleep. Don't do it alone, period, at night, because you will not sleep. Marshall, I know you've been watching it.
I watched the first episode of the night. I had to put on some Peaky Blinders or something, man. I couldn't do it. You're brave to keep watching it. First episode got me messed up.
Oh man, it was rough last night. I don't know how I was able to, keep going through it, but it is what it is. I had a great time, so it was just weird, It's a crazy show. I love it, but it's just super fucking scary, dude. I've never seen anything more scary in my life.
I watched Remember the Titans the other day for the first time in a couple of years. Because I don't like to watch that movie too much so it doesn't get old. Man, what a movie. That's the best movie of all time.
Remember the Titans. What a classic.
What a classic. All right. Who's starting at quarterback today, man?
I'm hearing I heard Tate Rodemaker is, getting most of the first team reps throughout the week. And so that's encouraging.
Yeah, I heard he got a lot of first team reps. I don't think he might not. I think him and Blackman are going to split time today. I think he's going to get a lot of meaningful snaps and kind of try to ease him into it. If Blackman can't get his shit together today, which he probably won't, I think Tate today's his chance to win the job. So that's exciting. I've been hearing all week from a lot of people. This week in practice has been extremely physical and extremely good. Great week of practice. Norvell said, I think Wednesday practice was the best practice since he's been at Florida State. So that's really encouraging. And this isn't a pushover opponent today. I mean, they have a chance to beat us too. They have a really good quarterback. And what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, their quarterback is pretty well-hyped, 4-star guy, transferred from Clemson, right? So, I mean, that alone kind of scares you. Last time he played Jacksonville State was, forget the year, but it was an ugly game. It was not very well played. We looked like shit, all the good stuff. So, at least today we have a beautiful day. I'm going to the game, so hopefully, I can see what these young guys are going to do. But yeah, I'm worried about their quarterback situation. I think they're only playing 4 games or something like that this year, correct?
Yeah. So they're fresh.
Yeah, they're going to be fresh. It's their first game of the season, but you know what that comes with. So I mean, I think the spread was at 27. I don't even know if you can bet on our game anymore because I don't know if Vegas took it off or what the deal is there. But I mean, I would hammer the dog shit out of that spread just because we haven't covered at all. So, and I mean, it's just bad. It just hasn't looked good. I hate saying that about my team, but ultimately, we suck, dude.
It's the reality.
We can still. I think we can still win this game. I ultimately think we do. It's just I don't see us covering a 27-point spread or whatever it was. So I'm checking now to see if it's back on the books, but it wasn't. They took it off earlier. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. So, yeah, it's there. It's at 26.5.
If Toa Philly doesn't get 57 touches today, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah, okay, so that'll lead us into, another conversation here, and that's, this youth movement that we're expecting. Mm-hmm. So, what do you think we're going to see out of that? I know we've already talked a little bit about Tate Rodemaker coming in and getting some good playing time. You said you think he's going to split time with JB. So I really hope that's the case. I'm going to the game, like I said. So I would be excited to see, be able to sit there and, kind of examine how Rodemaker's playing and everything like that. So, other than that, I know you just mentioned Toafili. Who are you like looking to, see some time from?
I'm not really sure, honestly. I think we're going to see some names today that we haven't seen yet. And I think this is one of Norvell's selling points of these recruits coming in. You're going to have a chance to win the spot right away. And I think today is going to be a very big, pivotal moment in our season. I think there's going to be some jobs lost and some jobs won today. And I hope there is.
I hope so. I'm right there with you. I need somebody's spot taken. Leonard Warner can get the hell off my team. Doesn't look like he wants anything to do with hitting anybody or filling a gap at all or hitting the hole and like hitting somebody. So he can go. Marvin Wilson can go. Tamorion Terry can go. Warren Thompson can go. Corey Durden can go. Jaden Lars Woodby can go. Everybody on our team can fucking go right now. I'm so over it. So I am really looking forward to, this youth movement that we are expecting today. If that's linebackers, you get Steven Dix Jr. in there. Which you've been high on since day one. On the defense, on the defensive line, start the transfer, Fabian Lovett. I know Coop's hurt, so Coop's not, playing, but get some of the young guys some time in there. I don't know necessarily who we have on the defensive line. And
Big Country, man. Big Country's he's a beast.
Yeah, so on the end, yeah, but I'm talking about like there in the trenches. But yeah, Big Country, definitely we're gonna see a lot of him. Kendo or J Rob's gonna get their spot taken. I don't know how Kendo's feeling.
Well, Kendo's game time decision, so he might not win today.
We might see him, we might not. I don't ultimately think we will, just because it's Jacksonville State. They might play him like a few snaps here and there, but there's no need in injuring him at all or any further than he already was. But that's just on the defensive side of the ball.
We need our D-line to fill some potential today if we want to win this game. If we don't get pressure on this quarterback, he's going to torch us.
Yeah.
There's no excuses today. I'm sure these linemen for Jacksonville State aren't they're better than – oh, no, our line's actually been doing pretty decent this season. But we should be able to win these one-on-one battles today. If we don't, that's just another problem, a new problem. There's always something. We solve one and two other pop up,
Ridiculous. Yeah, I just don't know. I hope Miko Dotson's healthy and going to be able to play today, get some time playing back there. I don't know. Secondary is not as bad as the rest of our defense, in my opinion. It's just very questionable overall. You change schemes and everything against Miami to, kind of shadow De'Aaron King with three different guys. That didn't work. Got destroyed with that, so no need to fucking talk about that game anymore. But
I told you Miami's gonna be sneaky good this year. I told you. You did not want to
believe it, man. I know. I'm sorry. I didn't believe you. You have your time.
I watched De'Aaron King at Houston. I was like, this kid, he's like a little bit worse Kyler Murray.
Yeah, he's like what do they call him? They're like, like the Walmart brand.
Yeah, it's still Walmart. Pretty good. It's not.
It's gonna get the job done. It's gonna get the job done.
That skill set.
I would say he got a little bit more of the job done against us.
Yeah, man, they just came out full steam. They just ran us over. Got ahead really fast, and not much you can do after that.
Yeah, it was ugly. God, that was an awful game. I was out at a restaurant or whatever, eating with some of my friends here. One of them's an Alabama fan, so we had that game on at the same time. That's why we went out to a restaurant, and he was like all happy and shit. And I'm just sitting here like quiet, not saying a damn word, like at the fucking table, like just pissed off can be. Like,
I was on a bachelor party for my best friend. He's getting married in a couple weeks, and like our other friend is a Miami fan. I watched the game with him, and he was actually like sympathizing with me by halftime. That's how bad it was. And usually we're at each other's throats for that game. And he was like,
right.
It's okay, bro. We've been there before. Like, I was like that upset. I was like, this is horrible.
Oh, dude, it was. I can't even begin to tell you like how sad I was.
Yeah, we need to bounce back. Let's go. Who do we
But
got next week?
what do you say?
Who?
What'd you say?
Who do we have next week? I'm not looking past this game, but I don't even know.
Let me look at our schedule real quick.
I'm looking too. Yeah,
I think it's either Louisville. No, Notre Dame.
it's Notre Dame.
Fun. Fucking fantastic. I know they just had all those guys test positive and shit, but now they all tested negative, so that game's still gonna happen, unfortunately.
Woo! The Fighting Irish.
Go up to that fucking place and get our ass fucking waxed again. That'll be real fun to watch.
I was there last time. I was there. They came out in them green jerseys and 20-degree weather. They were warming up without shirts on, and our guys were like in Carhartt jackets out there.
Missing fucking walkthroughs and all kinds of shit.
Oh yeah, I missed a walk. They didn't have a walkthrough. I mean, man, pick 6 on the first drive or something like that. I forgot. It's horrible. It was fun though. Notre Dame's cool. That's a cool place.
Yeah, I would love to go up there to South Bend at some point. I'm sure it's a great time and experience, but
go in early October.
Early October,
or it's cool. Because I went, that game was in late November.
That's
November.
It's going to happen next weekend, so it's a good time. But I'm not going up there to watch my team get their fucking shit beat in.
Go and we play them every 4 years, so go and we're back and better, and hopefully playing a little bit earlier in the season. It's definitely fun. We need to start ranking like places we've been. We need to start going when we can again. Let's start traveling.
Yeah, I think it'll be soon. I mean, we've seen everything starting to open back up and everything like that. So hopefully,
besides Tallahassee, what's your favorite college town?
My favorite college town?
Yeah,
I like Knoxville a lot. Knoxville is really fun. I know that the go-to prototypical one is Ole Miss and the Grove and everything like that, but I really love Knoxville, Tennessee. It's got a great atmosphere. It's like kind of Florida State feel around it. Just everybody, the camaraderie and everything like that. It's just really cool. It's right there on the river, so it's really, really sweet, and you get that little breeze coming off the river. So especially like around this time in like early November, it's very beautiful out.
Yeah,
just enough to where you can wear some jeans and throw some boots on, and a nice polo. It's really nice out there in Knoxville. It's really great. If you've never experienced Neyland Stadium or anything like that, or the Vol Walk, I highly recommend going. It's a real great time. So Knoxville is up there for me. Other than that, I haven't really been to a whole lot of places. I've been to a lot of neutral sites, so I don't really count those. I've been to Miami. That's a shitty game day experience.
I've been talking about the game every week.
To be honest, going to Gainesville is pretty cool, other than the fact that you can't drink on campus there. Like that sucks. The Swamp's a great environment to be in. It's loud, it's fun. The battles that we have, the shit talk around fans is really great. It's just, it's not like the tailgating experience isn't all that fun, but like, just the atmosphere is cool there. I like it. But Knoxville is definitely up there for me. What about you?
I've been lucky enough to go to a lot of places. I went to Clemson last year, man. Clemson was incredible. It was beautiful, man. Death Valley, it was loud too. It was like a different loud. That place was loud. Yeah. Yeah, Clemson's cool. I like Auburn a lot. Tuscaloosa was fun, but it's like $80 to get into a bar, so that's freaking absurd. Baton Rouge is cool. I haven't been to a game there yet, though. Boston College is actually kind of cool.
I've heard that. I think that's probably just because of the area too.
Yeah, we're in Boston.
Yeah, right there.
Friday night we went to a Boston College hockey game. That was insane.
I bet that was awesome.
They love hockey more than football there. So it's loud for that game. It was fun. Yeah. I want to visit a lot more places though. The Grove is my next on my hit list.
Yeah, that seems like a fun time. It's just going to be a shit show, so you got to kind of prep yourself, I would imagine.
Whatever. Tallahassee's the biggest shit show.
Yeah, it gets ugly sometimes. But especially when we're good, it gets ugly.
Yeah.
I love it though. Before we, get any further, I'm going to ask the folks out there, what are you sipping on? Give us a little drop in the comments section. Let us know what you're drinking out there. Marshall, what you got on the deck?
I got black coffee because I'm actually doing a 3-day fast right now, and I'm really hungry.
So he's not drinking. Good. You could have like one beer right now, and you would be
gone.
You'd be toasted. Yeah, you would be so toasted.
It's kind of tempting.
Like, oh yeah, let me just try this, see what happens. I didn't go and get my mimosas this morning. I'm taking a little, break on this game. Well, not a break. I'm still drinking, guys. You know me. But it's not that big of a game. I'm not too worried about it, and so I'm just drinking, good old fashioned Miller Lite here early this morning. Taking it nice and smooth and light. So, anybody else, let us know what you're drinking throughout the show. Love to listen to what everybody's drinking. I know some early risers out there love to get after it, but if not, let us know if you're having a little OJ or a black coffee like Marshall is, and just drop in the comments. Let us know. Don't
be like me.
Don't go on a 3-day fast. That's for sure.
Actually, I feel great.
Oh, that's good, dude. I'm surprised. I wouldn't be able to handle that shit. I would die. But I don't need to. I weigh like 145, so there's no need for me.
I weighed 205 on Thursday. Or 204. I'm like 198 right now.
Biggin.
Oh yeah, I'm big. Big youngin. All right. What spreads do what spreads do you like today on the slate?
Oh, we're gonna jump into spreads like that?
Yeah, off the bat.
Okay. All right. We'll talk some spreads early then.
I was an idiot, and I wanted to pick South Carolina to cover the spread against Florida, but you convinced me otherwise.
Yeah. After seeing what Florida did to Ole Miss last weekend, and I think Ole Miss is a better team than South Carolina. I don't see any reason for it to change, especially with them being home now. They're gonna have a little bit of fans in the stadium, I believe, as well. So it'll be, not your typical swamp atmosphere, but it'll be enough. You got Muschamp returning to his old stomping grounds, so maybe he'll scream "fuck" at a player again, and it'll be all over ESPN or whatnot. But I think Florida to cover that 16.5 pretty easily. I think what were they favorites last game against Ole Miss, like 21 points or something like that, and they came on and smacked some shit. So
the spread was like covered perfectly the whole game until like the end. They kind of blew it open. I forget what it was.
Welcome in, Nate.
Hey. I am.
Hey, what's up? Sorry, I wasn't.
No,
Michaels. What's up, Davis?
I'll be Davis today.
You having a coffee as well this morning, Nate?
Oh yeah. Let me go outside.
Cheers.
You're good. We're just jumping into a little bit of spread talk here early on.
Is it too loud outside?
No, it's probably beautiful up there in Richmond.
Yeah, how's Richmond?
It's starting to get cold, and I'm getting really scared.
But it's gonna get way colder.
It's not bad right now.
Well, Florida boy ain't ready for that weather.
No, I'm not. What were y'all talking about before I got in?
Getting ready for spreads. So actually just started. The first one we're both on. I talked Marshall out of it. Is Florida minus 16.5 versus South Carolina.
The only bet I'm taking today is I'm putting my mortgage on Jacksonville State money line.
Money line? Money line?
Yeah.
What is it? Let me see what the money line's at on my book. I'm just curious. There is no money line.
We will not win today.
There is no money line on my book. So if you get a money line, sure.
Our program will be disbanded today.
I'm not expecting to win either, but if we get one, it'll be nice.
I expect a win. I just don't think it's going to be by 20 whatever points that it is at.
By 4 o'clock, the whole group chat's going to be hyped up, and then we're going to get disappointed again. I remember 10 minutes before the Miami game, I was like, "We're winning this game." And
We all bought in, and
every time, dude. Every time.
It was so bad.
Oh, it got depressing real quick.
Oh, I saw the way they were playing her out the bat. I was like, "This ain't good. This ain't good at all."
You want to think about those group chats is that like it goes through a depressive like
all week.
All week. It's like a fucking roller coaster, dude. Like, oh yeah, we're ready. We're about to fucking beat the brakes off of this team. Yeah, fucking youth movement. Yeah, this. Yeah, that. And then it's a fucking crash into the side of the mountain.
All it takes is one depressed GIF, and then we all just become so sad.
One Kermit GIF.
Yeah, if you guys haven't checked out the Kermit GIFs, go check them out. They're pretty creepy and scary. But
check out the one on my Twitter I posted last week. Or no, that's for Georgia Tech actually.
They work for our football team, so it's what matters.
It's so funny.
Anyways, Texas. You think Texas covers versus TCU?
10 points.
Yes.
Me too.
I think they do.
That Texas Tech game was so weird.
I know.
Now I don't even know if they're I feel like they will, but it kind of scared me. But Texas is Texas. They're gonna fuck up somehow.
Yeah. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
But I think they cover there, or at least push.
I said this earlier. TCU's won 5 of the last 6 in this game, so they're not. Yeah, so they usually have Texas' number as of late, but they're not.
Sprinkle the money line on TCU.
Maybe we'll see. I don't think TCU's as good as they've been in the past, but we'll see. They always play Texas tough, and it's the Big 12. Who knows?
Yeah, well, that wouldn't be a bad bet because you get great value out of it at plus 310. So that's really nice. You know, put $10 on it, win $31. It's not bad. Tennessee at home in Knoxville, like I was saying, versus Missouri. 50 degrees. Beautiful weather. Beautiful weather there. 12-point favorites against Missouri. I think they cover that pretty handily.
Oh, yeah. I think Tennessee's going to win big today. I'm on the Pruitt train. I don't know why not a lot of other people are. He was our defensive coordinator when we were nasty.
Well, I know who did they play last week, and they kind of it was a real tight game. Was it? It was South Carolina, wasn't it?
It was South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Yeah, and it was a tight game until like down to the fourth quarter. Or
whatever. I felt like they were figuring a lot of things out.
Yeah,
I agree. Game, but they got the win. It was a good win for them, for sure. Yeah,
it's solid. And this Missouri team, I'm not expecting much out of them. I mean, Alabama didn't necessarily do what we thought Alabama would do to them last week, but
I didn't watch that game. Did they just call off the dogs, or could they just not score as much as they usually do? They won by.
Well, I think we got to remember all last week was all SEC's first games. So like they're probably still figuring shit out, just like we were. I mean, shit, we lost to fucking Georgia Tech, but
don't talk about that.
I think COVID's played. No one's really talked about it that much, but a huge role in like what teams are doing what this year. Video Ranger experimental. Oh yeah,
I haven't tried the experimental. I gotta try that one.
I'm about to go get mimosas pretty soon, and I am excited.
Godspeed.
What time do we play again?
4.
Okay.
Another spread that I like for the early slate is Coastal Carolina. They're dogs at home today against Arkansas State by 3 points. So I like them. They're undefeated this year. Arkansas State's 1-1. So
that's surprising.
Arkansas State had an upset, didn't they?
I'm gonna click on them and see what we got going here. They lost to Memphis to start the season by 13, but they beat Kansas State.
Yeah, Kansas State beat Oklahoma. Yeah.
35-31. So, well, shit, maybe Arkansas State is,
They're pretty good. I know a guy that goes there. His name's Dax. And he says they're really good this year, so I don't know if I believe him or not.
Well, it might be worth.
Of course, he's going to say that.
But then you look at Coastal
Now we
Carolina
suck
though.
ass
And
this year.
That's what we say. We say that.
We say that.
Arkansas State would wipe us.
probably. Well, Coastal Carolina probably would too. They beat Kansas 38-23 to start the year.
There are many teams. I think we would barely beat Campbell, and that's it. The Camels.
The Campbells. What the?
The
They
Campbell
don't even have a
Camels.
football team.
They just made a football. They started like 3 years ago, and they're just ass. I think we would beat them,
I hope so.
but that's it. I don't have any faith.
I think we could beat Leon County High School.
Maybe it'd be tight.
Let's see. Who y'all like in the Auburn Georgia game? That's probably the biggest game of the day.
I love it, dude.
I keep flip flopping.
I like Auburn, man. Georgia's offense was bad.
Abysmal.
Bo Nix, they should have won that. They had a pick six called back. And I think Auburn's really good this year. I think they should have to be ranked higher than Georgia. I don't know. Georgia's number
Yeah.
4.
I think I like Auburn plus 7.5. That's perfect. You get that touchdown there too. So if they do lose by 7, that's perfectly fine. You'll still cover, so you get that hook. But ultimately, I think they win that game. So I would even throw a little bit on the money line. Honestly, I think I might even just take the money line, not even worry about taking the spread, just because I think they are the better team. We don't know the quarterback situation at Georgia.
Yeah, it's bad.
You don't want to fucking roll out JT or what's his name, JT Daniels.
Maybe it's the truth. I just can't believe that they couldn't cut it at USC.
Yeah, exactly. And that's my whole point. That was my whole point, dude. Like if you can't even win the starting job at USC, how are you going to come in as a starter in the SEC and
You're not coming to the SEC, buddy.
Play good. Like,
I mean, maybe you can. Maybe you put in work in the off season, but like this is
he
another ball game.
He just got cleared to practice and like shit like that. So like he's not going to be ready for SEC speed. I mean, he's not going to be ready for that at all. And the money line's at plus 240 for Auburn right now. So
Is it really?
Yeah. So that's great value for Auburn on the money line. So
I don't bet very often, but if I
might throw a nice little 50 piece on that.
The little 50 guy. Yes, Shane. Yes. Thank you for letting people know. Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit. You can't even watch the game, can you? It's on Raycom.
What?
The
Is
game's
Is that on ESPN? Like
our game? Our game. I'm talking about our game. Our game's on Raycom.
I know. I'm talking about the ESPN app. Like watch ESPN. Won't be on that.
I don't know. I have no fucking clue. I've never don't even know.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
What's the over under on total viewers of this game? Like 7?
Us 3 and a couple more. Yeah.
Our group chat as we send in Kermit memes.
Yeah, this is gonna be the sauces chat.
What y'all think about Jimbo heading into Tuscaloosa today?
Woo!
Oh, Jumbo.
I mean, no, he's not gonna beat Nick Saban.
No.
Never has, never will.
It's not going to be bad, but it's not going to
Yeah, I mean horrible.
Yeah. It's not going to be a game.
Yeah, I think Alabama's favored by 18.
That's feeling.
I think A&M fans are starting to realize that they are always going to be mediocre in the SEC West.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're ranked 13, which is I was A&M ranked 13 after what they looked like last week. I mean,
hey, Vandy might not be too bad. I hope not.
Yo, did you see those helmets, by the way?
Oh, they're so nice. I wish
cool.
Vanderbilt would put some money into their football program because a college football team in Nashville would be the best thing ever. Like
Yeah.
I would be a fan.
I
Automatically.
love their head coach too, dude. Their head coach, I love
me too.
a lot.
Like, he's a dog. They get no money. All their money goes to baseball and
They're all nerds.
yeah.
They're not going
They
to
party though.
Yeah.
The school's way too it's like Duke will never be good. It's like that,
Yeah, that's what Florida State turned into.
fuck, dude.
Basketball schools are more
Everything just gets related back to our fucking shitty football team. Like,
it's the root of every issue in America right now.
fuck. Do you think Bama covers that spread though? I think it's kind of high.
Yes, I'm gonna say yes because I want Jimbo to get fired and come home.
I'll say yes as well. I think so. Just because I just hate Jimbo. So
I want him back, dude. I want him
back too. I'm on the Marshall's train as well.
It's like a really bad breakup.
Yeah, exactly.
But then you think about it after you date like a bunch of like you have a bunch of shitty relationships afterwards, and you come back, you're like, wow, there.
What did you say, Marshall? You could like we could like rule the world. What was that fucking?
What?
What I texted him.
Yeah.
I forgot what I said. I was like, it's like when you go through a shitty breakup. I forgot what I said. It was hilarious.
It was a while ago when you said that.
I picked that up. Trey Lee, find it.
So, Warden, we need you.
I think he's playing in his golf tournament right now.
Oh
yeah. Didn't you want a caddy for him?
If you're watching, good luck today.
Yeah, good luck. Shoot a handicap of like 2.
That kid, he texts in the group chat every day that he's like dying. Like
we got to get him on. We got to get him on the shampoo effect one day.
Yeah, we do.
Yes, I want him to get on right now.
Middle of his golf tournament, middle of his backswing. Trey. Warden.
Penis.
God,
I'm gonna go get my mimosas now.
All right, buddy.
Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Thanks for coming on.
All right. North Carolina heads to BC today, 14.5 favorites. BC's 2-0.
They're going to be 2-1 after today. They're about to get their ass whopped.
Yeah, I think they're going to get their ass spanked as well. They beat Duke 26-6, and they beat Texas State 24-21. So Texas State only won by 3. That's a joke. So UNC, I think UNC is 14.5 favorites. So I think they easily cover that today. Or North Carolina's, what am I talking about? North Carolina's 14.5 favorites. So beat Syracuse 31-6. Syracuse is a garbage ass team as well. So I think they cover here pretty handily.
Hey, UCF Tulsa might be a tricky game. Tulsa beat UCF last year, and they almost beat Oklahoma State.
Where's that game? The night game.
Yeah.
No, 21 points. I think it's a lot, but I mean, Tulsa hasn't won yet this year, and they lost. They gave Oklahoma State a fight though in their first game of the year. Their second game was against Arkansas State, and that got postponed. So, I mean, who knows? I think they'll give them a fight. I don't know if they'll win, but I think plus 21 is probably a good bet for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they can cover that spread. But I don't know, UCF's good this year. Their offense is electric. Their quarterback is their quarterback's legit.
Did you see he doubled down on his comments?
What comments?
About UCF being the best team in Florida?
I think between UF and UCF and Miami's in third, I think it's close. I think it definitely is close. If Notre Dame didn't come to the ACC for permanently after this season, I wish we could give it to UCF and put them in Miami's division, make it an even 14 teams, 7-on-7. And I would, if Notre Dame didn't want to come in permanently, like UCF would be a great addition, I feel like. And I feel like they would get what they wanted.
Yeah.
Being a big boy conference.
Well, they're really working their way up to it, honestly. I think they are right on the edge of deserving it.
Just keep winning, man. Hear that, UCF? Just keep winning.
Keep the dogs in the pound. Oklahoma State is 23-point favorites against Kansas. I don't know if they cover that.
Yeah, they're going to cover that. I think
they're going to cover that.
Kansas they probably get their offense rolling today. They've been it's been like so hard for them to get it going. But I think today they're going to get it figured out.
Yeah, they won by 2 touchdowns against West Virginia, but West
Mhm.
Virginia is garbage, and I think Kansas is even worse. So I don't see it being a problem. I think it'll be right around there, for their score, exactly around like they probably win by 24. So I mean, you get your cover.
What's the spread for Texas Tech, Kansas State?
2.5 Kansas State.
Really?
Yeah, I would take.
What's the over under?
Hammer Texas. I would hammer Texas Tech. Over unders at 64, so I would still go over.
Yeah, I would go over. It's gonna be a good game.
Why is it so low?
I don't know.
Why is it so low?
That's gonna be a shootout right there, buddy.
Yeah, I would for that game. I would take Texas Tech money line and parlay it with the over. Because I mean, Tech barely lost to Texas. They came back. So I mean, Texas is much better than Kansas State in my opinion. Even though Kansas State, I mean, they beat fucking Oklahoma, but then they go out and lose to a nobody, like a nobody school. So I don't know. Season's weird, so who knows? But I think Tech's probably the better team, but play it safe. Go over for sure.
If Texas Tech would have won last week, they would be ranked 100%.
Yeah,
like their offense, no defense. It's how it always has been. They had Patrick Mahomes and won like 7 games.
All right, FAU, they own the Atlantic.
They own the Atlantic Ocean, guys. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. That is the dumbest fucking hype video I've ever seen in my life.
We own the Atlantic. No, Clemson does. And you guys are going to win 6 games in whatever conference you're in. What conference are they in?
CUSA.
Yeah.
Conference USA.
I forgot that was even a conference. That's the conference UCF used to be in, right? For the American Conference.
Yeah, and then they were an American, I think, but they play Charlotte. Charlotte's 0-1, so FAU is a 5-point favorite
over Charlotte. Hey man, come on, Taggart, prove to us you're not a.
They'd probably cover that, right?
Yeah, and Taggart, I think he had it all planned out. He got his $30 million moved to Boca Raton.
Can you blame him? Fucking
smarter than I am, man. Jeez.
Where our program's at, fucking living life, dude.
Yeah. I think he can do well at FAU too. I mean, I just think that's his shit. I think he can run screens and stuff like that and succeed down there.
Yeah, because it'll be works for that.
Mm-hmm.
Ole Miss, Kentucky. Ole Miss, Kentucky. Battle of the Blues.
That's gonna be
Battle of the Blues.
That's gonna be a good ball game.
Kentucky's favored by 7.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Ole Miss is gonna beat them. I think Ole Miss is better than people think because I think Florida's really good. So, and they gave Florida a good run for the money. They had a lot of opportunities in that game to stay in that game, and they just whiffed on them a couple of times. I think it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be closer than a touchdown.
Yeah, I think they cover. I think it'll be a 3-point, 3-point game. Kentucky might win, or I think they probably do win by 3 points, but
like a 31-27 type game,
Yeah, it'll be close. So I think Ole Miss covers there. Let's see here. We got we talked about Auburn, Georgia, and UCF, Tulsa, Arkansas, Mississippi State. Mississippi State 17-point favorites versus Arkansas.
Man, I thought Arkansas was going to beat Georgia last week. I was so excited. Mississippi State, they're pretty good too. I think they'll cover that.
KJ Costello's the truth, man.
Hey, it's that Mike Leach offense. Can't stop it.
Air raid.
Crazy, man. 600 yards, 60 attempts, something like that. That's nuts. Oklahoma, upset alert.
Ooh.
Iowa State might beat them.
Iowa State. So Iowa State has not looked great, but they got the win last week against who they play? TCU. They won by 3. So, and that was after their abysmal loss to the Raging Cajuns.
Hey, they're still undefeated, baby.
Yeah, good team. Good team.
Hey, they've had to fight.
So,
That's for sure.
yeah, I wouldn't put it past them. Oklahoma's favored by 7.5 points. Over-under's only set at 62.5. So I would lean over as well there. All right, you know how the Big 12 games go.
You know who's good this year? No one's talking about. Did you see BYU last night? BYU's blowing out every team they played so far.
Oh, good Lord. Yeah, they beat Tech by fuck.
Yeah. Louisiana Tech, their running back was my running back in high school. We called him Justin Henderson. He's a beast. He's probably going to get drafted. He had like 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns last
They are
year.
smacking teams, dude. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
smacking everybody. BYU. Hey, good for them Mormons, man. It's been a long time since they've been good.
Yeah, it's good. I like another upset here. I think I'm taking money line Vandy.
Vandy,
Money line LSU.
LSU.
Yeah,
LSU goes 0-2.
0-2. They look garbage.
Yeah, their
Like
quarterback.
hot garbage, dude. Like set a dumpster on fire garbage.
Did you see that video of their damn quarterback getting paddled?
Yeah.
That dude is not filling Joe Burrow's shoes halfway.
What's his name? Miles Brennan.
Yeah, heck
Yeah.
no. That dude, he's more worried about getting a bitch from Kappa Sig.
Oh man. Yeah, I might not do money line. You know, it's a little extreme. But 21 points, that's a lot. Vandy hung in there with Texas A&M is way better than LSU, and Vandy hung in there with them. Yeah. So I love that, getting LSU getting 21 or Vandy getting 21 points here. That's huge. I love that. I absolutely love plus 21 for Vandy tonight.
Yeah, that's a great bet right there. I think they've got a team this year. I would trade like Wake Forest. Well, Wake Forest wouldn't go to the SEC, but like I wish Vanderbilt would come to the ACC, man. Like that'd be so much fun.
I would be. I love Vandy.
I think Vanderbilt's my favorite SEC school. Like my team, not school, but team. Yeah. This guy's Nashville, and they're not annoying because they don't win as much as everyone else, I guess, but they're still pretty good. I don't know.
Oh, like decent. They just can't. It's hard to get athletes there because it is Vanderbilt. So like you got to have not only athleticism as an athlete, but you got to be fucking smart. And
it's crazy. Like Notre Dame does it. Notre Dame is really hard school to go to, and I went to that game. It was senior night for them last season, and they would like introduce all the players for the game, all the seniors, and give them flowers. And it was like so and so left tackle, biomedical engineering. Like it's like Notre Dame players, Brian Kelly's players are studs. Like those guys are all going to be successful. And
that's smart.
Stanford's the same way.
Yeah.
Look at how smart Richard Sherman is. That dude's a genius. He graduated with a 3.9 GPA from State.
Sometimes he's a genius.
I mean, he's got a mouth on him.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes he doesn't know when to shut up or not. But anyways, besides the point. Clemson, 28.5-point favorites against Virginia today.
Oh, Clemson's going to coast all the way to the end, baby. Again.
There's no way they beat them by 28.5 points, right?
Virginia?
Yeah.
Virginia's not what they were last year.
They beat the Citadel by only like 31.
Clemson?
Yeah.
Oh, probably didn't take him that serious.
They called the dogs off, I'm sure.
Yeah, got through him. I love the Citadel, man. Like Clemson offered to have a running clock in the second half, and they declined it.
Fuck you.
They're the greatest team of all time. Not wins and losses wise, but Citadel, man, they gave Alabama a run for their money a couple years ago. They covered the spread last week without scoring a damn point. That's my team.
You gotta love it.
Dogs.
America's team.
America's team right there, man. I love Citadel.
All right, yeah, I think that's it for today's slate. So my favorites are Vandy. I love that. Vandy plus 21. I love Auburn money line. Take it, grab it right now. I like Those are my two big ones late. I like the over in that Tech Kansas State game. And I like North Carolina minus 14.5 versus BC. And I think I'm going to go with Tennessee minus 12 and Florida minus 16.5 and Jacksonville State plus 26.5 as my favorites for this.
Are you betting on all those?
We'll see. If I have a bad, start to the day, then probably not. But I mean, if I'm hot, I'm hot. I'm gonna keep riding it. Ride the hot hand.
All right, sounds good. What are your keys to victory today?
Oh, keys to victory. Quarterback play. To start with, I mean, you saw that that graphic that 247 put out. Like Brendan Sinone.
Shit in.
And Brandon Sinone sent that on 247 or somebody did for 247. And it's like Florida State ranks in the top 10 in time they give Marshall.
I got you. You froze up.
All right. Am I there?
Yeah, you're there now.
All right.
Say all that again. All that. Say it again.
What was it? What the graphics? So we have the offensive line is like top 10 in time allowed to the quarterback or something. Yeah. So
it's a miracle.
Offensive line is doing things we never imagined this offensive line would do. So ultimately, we're now seeing where the root of the fucking problem is, and it's James fucking Blackman. He can't fucking do it. He's not a quarterback. He just can't get the job done. So ultimately, quarterback play is going to play a big role in this. I expect, JB not to get all that time. Like we were saying, and Tate Rodemaker was getting the majority of the snaps, based off of numerous sources out there saying that, Tate was getting the first reps with the team all week long. The majority of them, I'm sure James is getting a few, but it's nice to see. And then we're going to need to get some push from that D line. I think that's going to be a huge key to victory as well. Because if they're not going to, then we have no chance in stopping this quarterback. You have to get pressure on this guy. He's legit. I don't know if you guys have seen his numbers, but they're absolutely ridiculous. So, I mean, I guess that's what you get when you have a 4-star at Jacksonville State. But, I think D-line's going to have to get some push. We're going to have to get some pressure off the edge. We know who the guys are going to be on that side of the ball. Amari Gaynor, he's going to be a beast. And then who else has, been flashy? I forget. Linebacker, not linebacker. Was it Dix?
Yeah.
Yeah, so both of those linebackers are like the only bright spots on the defense right now, other than, Asante Samuel's going to do what Asante Samuel does. So got to get pressure. You can't just rely on two guys. I hope we see Leonard Warner get the fuck out of middle linebacker. I don't want him there. I'm tired of his ass. And then my third key to victory today is going to be a special teams touchdown. We're going to need one of those today, I think. And I think we're going to see one. I know we don't know what the health, is on Travis J or anything like that. But maybe Sean Corbin gets his shit together, figures out how to, run on that leg and everything. But ultimately, it's going to come down to, D-line play and quarterback play. What about yourself, Marsh?
I'm on the same track as you. Our D-line, coming into the season, we thought our D-line was going to be the best unit on the team, and they've turned out to be one of the worst. They're soft. They get pushed off the ball by little white boys at Georgia Tech, and they're it's unacceptable. But I think today is a good opportunity for them to bounce back, and we don't have Cooper, but, man, we got to get pressure on this quarterback. We have to. This quarterback's good, and I expect a big day from Asante Samuel. Miko Dotson's still out, correct?
I'm not sure. I think he should be working his way back. I don't know if he's going to get a lot of playing time, but I'm sure they're going to throw him in there today to, kind of see where he's at with everything.
I know Nazaldine is game time decision. I know Kando's game time decision. So our defense is pretty much healthy, though. I think our linebackers are going to have a great game for what they can do, depending on what the guys in front of them do. Second, I think we have to establish a running game, like a real running game this week. We have to run the ball. We saw great things from Toafili late in the game last week. I think he's going to get a lot more touches today. I think he's earned that right. Got to get Corbin. I think we need to start hitting Corbin in the flats more with Toafili running between the tackles. I think it's a good double threat there. And last, but definitely not least, like you said, is quarterback play, man. I don't know who's going to be playing today. I think this is James Blackman's last chance. I think Rodemaker's on his heels in the quarterback race for the starting job. And I really hope Tate wins that job today, just so we can start new. We've been with Blackman since Jimbo was still our freaking head coach, and we have not gotten much from it. Love the kid. He has a heart of gold, but
just not it, right?
The quarterback talent of a notebook. Yeah.
You need to fucking go look at a notebook or a playbook or some shit, because like I don't even know, like that's where I'm at right now. Like, I don't even know what the fuck to say, because we have fucking harped on him so much for so long. As like we haven't been a podcast all that long, so we haven't done it for, the people haven't heard us, be that way. But we've had our group chat for like almost 3 years now. Like it's fucking crazy how much we have done.
It's crazy group of fans that defend him so much, and they always blame the offensive line. Now he has a good offensive line, way better one, and he has no pocket awareness, no pocket presence. He gets too skittish. He never checks the ball down. He always goes for the home run.
And he always just locks in on one receiver. He doesn't go through his reads or anything. So it's so frustrating. And now it's coming to light now that we have, an offensive line coach that apparently looks to have fixed the shit show that was our offensive line.
I love Coach Atkins, man. We should give him a 20-year contract.
Give him $1 million. Give him $1 million fucking dollars, dude.
$1 million. Yes.
I want a $1 million offensive line coach. Please. And then all you got to do is get a quarterback. All you got to do is right now we don't have a quarterback, and that's the whole issue.
I think we have 2, about to be 3.
Weatherly's right. Yeah, we haven't recruited a good quarterback. We got all the flops from the end of Jimbo years. I mean, you got Malik Henry, you got both DeAndres. It's just been bad when it's come to quarterback. And then obviously we know what happened with Francois, and then that's where it's all kind of fucky, is that you swung and missed on so many fucking quarterbacks, and then you're stuck with one injury, and you got to put Jay Black into the fucking game as a starter. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where it started, dude. It started right then and there.
I just think it is a very encouraging sign, though, with this coaching staff, that Norvell's been here for such a short amount of time, and we have Tate Rodemaker, Chubba Purdy, and Altmaier on the way. 3 very good young quarterbacks coming up. So that's very encouraging, because we couldn't get a quarterback to save our lives past couple years. And now we have 3 starting to get that rotation going, that recruiting rotation. We just got to get through this storm right now. We might not win a game.
When Tag was here, he didn't recruit a quarterback that one cycle. And then his quarterback for this next cycle was who? Fucking Shadier Sanders. Why the fuck? I understand you want to bring in Deion's kid to be quarterback, but when that's the only quarterback you are recruiting, that's a fucking issue in itself too. I didn't understand it. We've been it's like 6 years now that we haven't had a good quarterback recruit, or like haven't even recruited a good quarterback up until now, where we have Altmaier. I mean, even Chubba. Like, Chubba's a huge get. I mean, even fucking Rodemaker's a huge get, because he's a coach's son. So at least he understands the game, He
was a Georgia State Player of the Year last season.
Yeah. So, like, it's just immediately better. I'm so happy that we're here. It's just, why aren't we giving these kids a chance?
I think we're about to. I think they're about to get it. I just don't know why. I feel like for some reason, for so long, coaches feel like they owe James Blackman something, because he is a good guy.
He's a good guy,
and he has a heart of gold. He wants to be that guy, but like, that's not gonna, wanting to be that way and not being able to. That's the dilemma here. And at some point, you got to be like, we got to go a different way. We got to try something different. At least try it.
What's the word? I mean, I don't want to say that, because obviously we know what the worst is. I'm sorry. But like, honestly, like, throw Rodemaker out there, see what happens. Like,
I mean, he had
Especially
a great back shoulder throw last week, a great one.
I know he threw a pick, but I mean, shit, like any rookie or freshman is gonna have those issues, and that's, I mean, you're gonna have to go through speed bumps and things of that nature to get to where eventually you want to be. But you can't just sit here lolling in the fucking bike lane for 6 fucking years anymore. Like, fucking stop that shit.
Let's go.
It's fucking annoying, dude. I'm so over it. Like, if I see James Blackman trot out there today because I'm going to the game, I will boo.
You're gonna be like one of the only 12 people in the stands. I'm gonna hear you on TV. If I can even get it on TV, I don't even know if I can. I might be watching the. Yeah, that's a good point. Sam Howell, he wasn't coming here at all. He just used us to hype up his name. Then he committed to North Carolina.
Yeah.
Jeff Sims, I don't know what happened there. I don't know if Norvell told him to get going.
Norvell, it doesn't fit his style.
Yeah, he's good though.
He's good. He's good. I wouldn't say he would be a world beater, but like, he's good.
He's an athlete, man. He's a big athlete.
He beat us. I mean, Georgia Tech here in about 3 years is going to be looking real pretty.
Yeah, I told you, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jeff Sims, they got a good wide receiver too. I think, like, their defense is traditionally pretty good. Yeah, Georgia Tech's got it. They're coming back. People forget they used to be a powerhouse.
Yeah,
I think they have more natties in Georgia, 100%.
That's funny.
Georgia, you suck, man. Y'all suck. Y'all's offense is almost as worse as ours.
Yeah, it looks like James Blackman back there, the quarterback.
Georgia's got the mouth of Bama and the trophy case of Vandy. Not Vanderbilt. I love Vanderbilt. Georgia, get out of here.
Oh, shit.
I'm getting your teeth kicked in by Auburn today.
Yeah, so apparently there was a bunch of fucking rumors, dude, running rampant throughout the fucking, locker room, fan base and everything. And what do you think is going through Norvell's mind right now? Does he have to play these kids' games?
I don't know. I feel like there's a fine line there. I think. I mean, you saw a video I sent in earlier, Jimbo, after the USF game in 2016. Yeah. No, like you are the game. If you're gonna be a coach at Florida State, you are the game. Like you are it's not a democracy. It's a dictatorship. If you want to win games, But like at the same time, you want to listen to your players and make sure they all feel comfortable and make sure they're all like they do have a voice. So I guess it's not a dictatorship, but I mean, it's a fine line. But I don't know. I think Norvell's figuring out what he's gotten himself into. But I think he's up for the challenge. Like, he never backs down from it.
Yeah, I think
that's what I like about it.
Everybody's kind of questioning, Norvell, and it's been 2 games. So, I mean, you can't really judge a whole lot. And one of them he fucking missed. So, like, there's not a whole lot you can do.
Yeah.
I agree with Weatherly. He said this is the worst locker room we've ever had, probably ever. I agree, but I don't think it's the coaches. I think it's the players that we have in there. I mean, we've spoke earlier on, the case that we've got in the locker room. Warren Thompson, we've all known, has his issues, like upstairs. Right. I mean, Terry's been through a whole lot of shit. He lost a grandparent recently and everything, but like, you can't go out there fucking choking kids on the field. Like, you can't do that shit. Like, it's so ugly. And that's the whole part is it's these kids that we thought were supposed to be, the leaders of this team coming into this season are the ones who are being the collapse of it. And ultimately now we're seeing like the true colors coming out. Like all the time. Yeah. We've gotten rid of a lot of them, like Kalen Laybourne and, all those types, but there's still some of them around. And until we get that out, it's not going to change because negativity breeds negativity. Like that's all it does. Like if one guy's negative, I know, like a player and that is involved with the team. And like you talk to him on a very regular basis and it's just like so negative and nobody cares about the season anymore and blah, 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 blah. And like, you can't have that mindset. If you want to move on and get better, like you've got to like have a different mindset than that. Like you can't have the mindset like, oh shit, season's over. We lost 2 fucking games. Like poor us. Like we lost to Georgia Tech. No, fucking stand up, be pissed, cry about it, get over it, and come out and fucking put the wood to the team that you play next.
Cam Newton has tested positive for COVID. Fantasy down the toilet. Yeah, that's a good point. FSU Weatherly. Oh yeah, that's a pretty dog in your profile picture. I completely agree. We gotta give Norvell a chance to get his guys in here, and Norvell can squeeze every bit of talent out of any. No matter, you can be a 0-star. Norvell will get you in here and give you a job to do, and make sure you're in a position where you can do it well. You know.
Yeah.
And you can't. I mean, he has one class in here, a class he had to pull together in a short amount of time, and we didn't have spring practice. We didn't have any of that. So I'm already seeing people and we're stuck with them regardless. We don't have any money. So, but I think Norvell, give him a couple seasons. Like, I think discipline-wise, it's hard right now. But I think
that's what I'm talking about having to play these kids. That's what I think about having to play these kids games, because you don't want to, completely deplete your locker room to the point to where like other kids that you're trying to recruit are like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, I work for like a network, like a sports network. And like when we go through and we have to, have like the tougher and revisions and, look at people and tell them like, hey, you're not cutting you're not cutting it. Like we either see more from you or like you're not on the same page as the rest of us, or we got to let you go. Like it's a hard thing to do, but like we don't want to do that too much, because then we start getting questioned by other contributors in the network. Like, hey, like why the fuck is like everybody just getting like removed or knocked out and whatever, and then like you gotta explain it to them. So like it's a negative. Sometimes it's a negative look and that. So I understand why Norvell's having to like play these games with these kids, but at the end of the day, you just gotta let them go. Like there's no time for bullshit anymore. You're at Florida State. Like there's a certain expectation that not only, fans have, but former players have. I mean, former players have been some of the most outspoken people when it comes to like social media and Twitter and everything about what the hell. Like they're starting to notice too that it's not, the coaching. The coaching is there. The discipline is there. The standards are held there. It's the kids that just aren't living up to what they're expected to live up to. And that's a problem. We got to get those kids out of here. Once those kids are out and you've got, fuck it, we don't even need 4 or 5 stars. Like bring in 2 or 3 guys who are going to work their ass off for Florida State, That's all I care about.
Yeah. It's just, Florida State's a mindset, man.
You can't come in.
Sorry, I was texting someone. So on one of my fantasy teams with my hometown crew, sorry, side note, I have Ben Roethlisberger. Their game got postponed. And I have Cam Newton, who just tested positive for COVID.
Oh, you got to stream a quarterback.
Yeah, I gotta.
That's a pain in the ass, dude.
That's really annoying. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. We were talking about earlier. We're like all these kids on the team now didn't get their ass whooped as kids.
Yeah.
But the team in 2013, like they're eating fists to the face when they're 5 years old. It's tough kids, man. And I understand like it's different times and shit. Like I get that. Like it's 2020, whatever the fuck you want to call it, however you want to say it. But Bama's good kids still.
These kids have never had to deal with any. I mean, I'm sure they've had to deal with hard, shit.
Yeah.
But it's just like you've never been taught.
Their mind is soft.
You've never been taught to, persevere through those hardships. Like when times are tough, like you can't just give up.
And they haven't, to give them a little bit of slack, they haven't had the chance to really, Well,
when you come out and you just automatically have that mindset, then you're not even going to have the chance to persevere through it.
We got to give Norvell a chance to overcome this. And if we do, I think our players would be in a very good position mentally. But we just got to get through. We got to get through this. This is the worst. I think last week was. I mean, it can get worse, but not much worse. I mean, we're at the bottom.
This is the worst it's ever been. Like this is worse than the lost decade. This is worse than.
Lost decade wasn't even that bad. We're just like not that good.
Yeah, it was just very medium. But I mean, right now it's just I've never like it But maybe we have to hit a low, to get to a high. Ultimately, I mean, look, Florida was bad for what, 8 years, dude? They sucked ass for 8 years.
Yeah.
And now look at them. They're fine. So, I mean, it's not like it can't happen. We just got to get shit straight. And I was telling you, like, I found out so much information, like, from some of my sources about this doesn't stem strictly from, like, one coach to the next. Like, this is stemmed back years with Florida State, and it all started with boosters. So, like, that's where this whole problem originated with the money and issues like that. So, like, I don't want to dive into the details because, like, that's not my place to. But, like, it's ugly. Like, it's like working with the mob. Like, that's what, like, the whole university, the whole booster situation up until now, it's been changed. Recently with they're putting the boosters underneath or with the university instead of it being a separate entity or whatever. But that's where it originated from. It was like the boosters have their own thing and then the university has their own thing. And they say that they're doing one thing, but they're actually not. And so that's where like numerous people who were associated with boosters have been arrested and put in prison because of crazy shit. So I'm not going to name names, but like shit's ass backwards, dude. It's been ass backwards for years. It's amazing to me that we have even won 3 national championships with that style because it should have never worked. It should have never worked. And that's where it all stems from. It all stems because it's been years and years and years and years and years back. And it's just, slowly snowballed into this effect to where we are at the point where we are now.
Yeah.
And it's shitty.
Yeah, it is shitty, but the only way to get over it is to get through it. I think Rapport is about to jump on.
Yeah. All right.
We'll see.
We'll talk a little bit more. Dude, I was telling you guys about that, and I was saying because I was gonna tell you guys way more in depth because I don't want to do it on live TV, so I was gonna tell you guys like personally, but like that shit's crazy, dude. I found out so much information like of how fucked up that
how far back did it go?
Huh?
How far back does it go?
Since like Bobby.
Like middle during the transition to Jimbo, like during that time.
Oh yeah, it's been rampant up until we just started this new booster thing with the university where it's they're together or like boosters are underneath the university instead of it being a separate thing. So it goes all the way back. Like everybody wants to think like Jimbo forced Bobby out. No, it's not the case. I can 100% tell you right now, Jimbo did not cause that. Jimbo and Bobby actually for some relationship. Jimbo loved Bobby. Jimbo still to this day talks to Bobby. Jimbo like admired him. Bobby was Jimbo's like role model, like who he wanted to be. That's who Jimbo wanted to be, was Bobby Bowden. He didn't want to be Bear Bryant or anybody like that. He wanted to be Bobby Bowden. He loved this school. That's why like I hate the fucking Jimbo like shit now because like I know so much more about it. Because I was like one of those people at the beginning when it all happened, like fuck this, like fuck Jimbo, just abandoning us for money, blah blah blah. But there's so much, it's so much deeper than that. Florida State didn't pay or didn't, try and help his son out whenever it came back with, when his son has Franco anemia or whatever it's called. Like the university refused to even like acknowledge and help out with that situation.
Yeah, that played big into his decision to go to A&M. They like have really good
exactly. And so like we had the Kids First Fund, which was that thing set up for his son, and it raised like $6 million in the time that Jimbo was here after Ethan was diagnosed with it. And then he's been at A&M for what, 2 years now, and they've already raised $35 million for it. Like, how shitty is that? As a university, you can't stand up and be able to help your head coach do that. Like, that's fucked. You can't do that. Like, you want this guy to be here. Not only do you not give him the necessary things that he needs to become a program like all the other programs are doing, building these, standalone facilities and have a pool and, the video game rooms and all that bullshit. Like, you're not giving him that. He's asking for it, But that's how it's always been. Bobby always wanted an indoor practice facility. He didn't get it. He kept asking university for it and asking boosters for it. They said no. But when Jimbo becomes head coach, what does he get? The indoor practice facility.
And
what does Jimbo want? What does Jimbo want? Jimbo wants the $1 million coordinators, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he wants $1 million offensive defensive coordinators. Nope, we're not doing that. Nope, we're not going to give you that. But when Willie Taggart becomes head coach, what does he get? $1 million coordinators. It's a fucking awful system, and it ranges from all the way to boosters to presidents to all kinds of shit, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's as far as I'm gonna go because there's just been so many issues. Like I can't even begin to talk about it anymore.
Yeah, sounds like coming at your head.
Yeah, you're right, Weatherly. He had a 2-year contract. Bobby had a 2-year like goodbye contract, and they told him after the last year that they didn't need him anymore.
Yeah, I remember that. Sad.
Which is sad. So
I think with Jimbo at OC, I think they would have been all right next year.
They've been fine. It's just amazing that like we love this university, dude. Like we fucking love this team. We love this university. We love everything about it. Yeah. But it's so ass backwards and like screwy that you're like, what the fuck are you thinking? Like any regular ass person would be like, look at you like, are you fucking stupid?
Yeah, you can't do that to Bobby Bowden, man.
It's just, and then the whole thing like with Candy, I get it, and Jimbo, like obviously
we don't have to get into that.
No, but I'm saying I understand it. Like I understand it caused a lot of stress within that family, and I'm not gonna get into it because it's not my place. But like that was a huge part of him and his kids. His kids are the biggest part of his life. He loves his kids, so like it was hard for him to leave. I mean, Trey stayed here for high school. He's in college now, and everything like that. So I mean, to me, Jimbo wanted to stay here. Jimbo wanted to. He wanted everything.
If we would have built his vision of the program, he would have been here until he retired.
Not only that, if we would have just offered help to his kid.
Yeah.
If we would have tried to raise money as a university instead of like a separate, like we have like, there's like a separate, group, like the Kids First Fund. That wasn't created by the university.
Yeah.
Like, the university had nothing to do with it. They didn't want anything to do with it. And that's what kind of, I was like, why the fuck? Like, why wouldn't you? Wouldn't you want to be behind that for your coach?
Yeah.
And like, my is Jimbo. Go ahead.
If we lose today, I'm starting come home Jimbo hashtag.
Dude, I'll ride it with you, dude. It's literally Jimbo loved us. Jimbo loved Florida State. He wanted to stay here. He soaked it in. He loved it. He did everything right. I mean, not everything, of course. He was a bit narcissistic, but whatever. You got to do that.
He kind of had not nearly as bad, but that Urban Meyer complex where he kind of started, he lost control of his players.
Right. But so that's the narcissism coming out. So yeah. I mean, like you think you're hot shit when you can't really, Yeah. So like when you have a narcissist going up against the mob of the university, what the fuck is going to happen there? Like it's just going to be a clash, a battle, and it's just not going to work out. So ultimately, that's where it was. But he loved this place. I think he wanted to be here a lot longer than he was. I think he had to deal with a whole lot of shit that was out of his control, and I don't blame him for it. I don't blame him for leaving at all. Because,
I'm sure he's getting an earful from the A&M boosters now.
If I was in Jimbo's shoes, I would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
No matter how much I love this place, anything I've heard, like he was crying the day before he left because he didn't want to, but he knew that it was the best thing for his kid and for him to be able to get the help that he needed and get away from, the fucking swamp that he was in here.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it was not pretty, but I mean,
there's so much drama.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's a shit show here.
Hopefully, yeah. I'm sure the look on Norvell's face in the press conferences these past week have been, he has a different demeanor to him. I think he's like,
He looks
I
rough.
mean,
He looks
yeah.
rough. Like he's been here for not even a year yet.
Yeah.
And the dude looks like he's already put 10 years off of his life or taken 10 years off of his life.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. Our fan base is not even our fan base. It's like the people in charge of our fan base are like very fair weather. I mean, if things are going good, you have their support, but if not, like pretty cutthroat.
Yeah. I mean, people want to give up so fast.
It's gonna take time.
It's going
Relax.
to take time. I mean,
Enjoy basketball
and
season.
they can come back and say can't come back and say, well, you didn't give Willie Taggart time, but that wasn't going to work.
Yeah,
Look how unorganized he was.
yeah.
He didn't know how to coach. I can tell you, Jimbo's already spoken on Norvell. Says he loves Norvell as being our head coach.
Yeah.
He said he wouldn't have signed off on Deshaun Corbin.
Memphis players and Memphis fans give me confidence in Norvell. Like
Right.
he turned that thing not even around. Memphis was never good.
And Jimbo's been very open about saying Willie Taggart wasn't the right guy for us. So like,
yeah, that West Coast offense isn't gonna Gulf Coast offense, excuse me, isn't gonna work here. Just like
lethal fucking simplicity bullshit.
I don't know. Taggart's contract ate up a fat piece of the coaching payroll too, so we couldn't get the guys that we really needed to help him. I'm sure Willie Taggart does well, and he's more of a CEO type role, but he was calling all the plays. And
it was obvious last week when Arkansas and I don't even know who their head coach is right now, but
Kendall Biles was giving a little run for their money. Arkansas,
exactly. That's what I'm saying. You see, when your head coach lets your offensive coordinator, who has placed consistently offenses in the top 30 each and every year, what happens when you fucking let him do what he's supposed to do with Felipe fucking Franks of all people?
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ.
Kendall Biles is gonna be a head coach one day.
Like, it's just ridiculous that Willie Taggart had the medal and everybody shit.
Yeah. All right. Predictions. What are you predicting today? I just got that Snapchat. We're in the Garnet and Gold today, baby.
Classic.
Oh, yeah.
Love it. Classic
Let's
unis. Yeah, guys, shoot your predictions in here as well. I think we're not going to cover the spread. I like
27, you said?
Yeah, 26 and a half, but yeah, 27. I'm thinking a 34 to 13 game.
34-13.
34-13.
I think we're going to find ourselves in a little shootout. I think we're going to find some momentum on offense, but I think they're going to score points too. I'm going to say I think we win. I think it's going to be, 37-31. 37-30.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
That's the last thing I fucking want.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a close game.
Yep. Shane says Knowles by 14. I like it. Nobody has us covering the spread. Not even double fries, no swall, guys. No covers over there either.
I saw those predictions
Yep.
all over the board. I really don't know what to expect today, honestly. We've had a great week of practice from what I've heard, and hopefully we can get a bounce back. But if we are going to lull in the defeat of the last couple of weeks, we can be in trouble.
Yeah, definitely, man.
And I know Jacksonville State is feeling real confident today. They think they can come in and beat us.
Shit, I would.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that right now. I would feel extremely confident after watching our performances the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So if we don't play anybody new, it might be upset alert.
We'll see.
Yeah. All right, Marshall. Thank you again for being my right-hand man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you. And go fucking Knowles, baby.
Go Knowles, man. Bring home Jimbo.